Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 8. Off-play action, it's Cunningham. Finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The toss out to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Cunningham. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On first down, it's Cunningham. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Saquon Barkley running right. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also a 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Cunningham in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down. Here's Cunningham. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A second down run with Lewis. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he goes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I'm not sure I've seen a better all-around athlete than Rod Woodson. I mean, he was at Purdue at the same time I was at Tennessee, and he was obviously way better than me. His last game at Purdue, the coach let him play both ways. He played 137 plays that day. Returned punts, kickoffs, had 10 tackles on defense with a pass broken up and a forced fumble, and 236 all-purpose yards on offense, and they kept the old Oaken bucket by beating Indiana in that game.
Check out the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hatchet. Slant.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Patrick Peterson from his cornerback spot whirling in for the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
25, check 25, check 25. Check 50 weapon. Yo, you got motion man. You got motion man right there.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Cunningham to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Terrell Owens, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he's got room. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll buy some time right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Chris McAllister. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning that for a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Cunningham now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Cunningham going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julio Jones, 29 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They try again with Lewis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now Lewis here on first down. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Following the fumble recovery, Cunningham. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Cunningham. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Cunningham now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Reed comes flying in from safety for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Cunningham. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile. A play fake. Now Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw. Cunningham. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On third down, Jackson. It's brought in by Bolden. And that one results in 35 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This is Lewis. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Matt Judon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Cunningham, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Looking to throw. Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final seconds tick away in this ball.